Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve Mcfc. Champions League night last night. Red Bull Leipzig under the lights at the Etihad. Bit of snow, bit of rain, bit of Manchester weather. Manchester City 7. Yes, you heard that right. Manchester City 7. Red Bull Leipzig 0. Manchester City through to the draw on Friday, to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Blues. Unbelievable night of Champions League action at the Etihad. Unbelievable. After the first leg in Leipzig, the tale of two halves, we knew we were in for a tough game. You know, before the game, I spoke to Man City TV about the threat of Leipzig, the pace, you know, the power they had. And, the starting lineup got announced and a lot of Manchester City fans were messaging me saying Pep's gone a bit defensive. He's gone a little bit negative. You know, he's shitting himself. You know, City fans get a little bit panicky like that. The lineup was pretty much as expected. I knew Kevin DeBruyne was going to come in after being rested at Palace. The only surprise for me was Riyad Mahrez. Champions League nights, you know, he turns up, puts a shift in. I expected him to probably start. He didn't. Pep went with a solid back four that he's been using. Johnny Stones continued at right back. Akanji, Diaz, Nathan Ake, Rodri in the holding role with Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne. We had Bernardo wide right, Jack on the left, and Haaland up front. So, yeah, we were setting up pretty much how we expected. And we were just, it was a really good atmosphere around the ground before the game. There was a buzz about it. Champions League night was a bit bitterly cold. The snow was coming down. The crowd, the stadium was full. I went in the boozer before the game in Mary D's. It was bouncing in there, so everyone was up for it. And then, you know, the game started. You know, City again putting them under a bit of pressure, controlling the game. We were pressing hard, and we were creating some great chances. First goal, Erling Haaland. Now, 5 goals. Erling Braut Haaland. Some people still are talking nonsense about Erling Haaland. I seen a tweet today that Haaland's broke Wayne Rooney's Champions League record with 60 games less. And instead of people giving him credit, they were trying to deflect it. Oh, well, he's not as good as Rooney. That's not the point at the minute. He's 22 years old. He's broke record after record after record in his first season in the Premier League. He's just broke the record for Manchester City's highest ever goal scorer in a single season of 39 goals. It's March. He's just broke Mbappe's Champions League record, the youngest player to get 30 goals. Smashed it. The guy's insane. The guy is insane. And all these lunatics that keep saying he's made Man City worse, I think you've got a problem. You know, there's a problem out there. And you know what the problem is? It's jealousy. It's jealousy. They're absolutely green with envy that this big Norwegian goth is up front for us doing the business. And all that they thought in the tiny minds was going to happen. He's not going to do it. He's going to struggle. He can't handle it on the big stage. The Premier League will be too good for him. It's not the Bundesliga and all that, yeah? Well, I'm so sorry. The kid is on a different planet to anything. We get to the penalty. Now, I'm going to be totally honest. Didn't have a clue what the penalty was for. We was in the stadium. We just came up VAR check penalty. I've seen it after it. Weird one. I still can't see if it touches his arm. I did see a slow-mo, and you can see his arm move a touch. So it did touch his arm in the box. Is it harsh? 1,000,000%. But I tell you what isn't harsh. We had a stone wall penalty. not even debatable. A stonewall penalty in Leipzig in the last minute, yeah? Nobody said anything about it. Nobody tweeted about it. Nobody said anything about it. They just said how good Leipzig was in the second half and how Manchester City bottled the game, yeah? Terry Flewers, he's the one that said that as well. And I'm on with Terry today, so we'll be chatting about that. But all I'm saying is all these people messaging, he want a pen and this, that, and the other. Okay, I've seen him give him. I've seen him not give him. He's gone to VAR. He's checked it. He's given the pen. I mean, we won 7-0. So if you want to knock that one off and we win 6-0, whatever suits your agenda, innit? But at the end of the day, it was a penalty. In the stadium, everyone was confused. We didn't know what had gone on, yeah? It's weird. VAR never shown us on the screen. It's just a bit weird. Anyway, penalty. There's no one you want more taking your penalties than Erling. He puts the ball down, he smashes it, it's 1-0. City's got the tails up, yeah? 2 minutes later, little 1-2, Kevin De Bruyne, Erling on the edge of the box. Apparently, Erling Haaland doesn't get involved in the play anymore. You know, he doesn't do enough. But he was involved in that. He laid it off with the header. De Bruyne, it's a sweet shot. Off the underside of the crossbar, bounces down. Guardiola's not quick enough to react. Erling's in front of him, jumps up, bang, 2-0 in 2 minutes. We're off. The South stands up. The fucking family stands up. The dugout's up. We're having it. Champions League night, Etihad Stadium, 2-0 up against Leipzig. Let's have it. Unbelievable. And then, excuse me. And then we're closing out the half. Cross comes in, header. Ruben Diaz off the corner of the post, rolls across the line. Erling puts it in. Yeah, unreal. Hat-trick. First half hat-trick. Erling Haaland. Unbelievable. We're going at half-time 3-0. We're cruising. Leipzig have been crushed. They're down on their feet. They were dead. They didn't know what to do for the best. Did they go and try and get some out of the game at 3-0 down and get caught out? Could be bigger than 7, but they didn't. They were dead. They offered literally nothing. There was a couple of moments in the first half where City lost the head. Rodri made a misplaced pass. Leipzig got in, should have scored, didn't. And then another talking point, Ederson. Ederson comes out, he cleans out Werner. And somehow we get a yellow card. Bit weird. He gets a yellow card, Werner, and we get a free kick. Yeah, I think it was a foul. Ederson's come out and took him out. All these people say it's a red card. It's not a red card. Look at the rules. It isn't a red card. It's a yellow card. He's brought him down, and he wasn't the last man. There were City defenders behind him. So it's a yellow card and a free kick at best to Leipzig. So all these people saying, oh, they cheated and the ref's bent and all that. Well, the ref was bent as a 9-bob note in the last round, in the last minute, with a blatant handball, but nobody talked about it because it was against City. But when it happens for Man City, all of a sudden it's a big deal. But we ain't just take the shine off it, because you can't take the shine off a 7-0 in the Champions League. I'm sorry, you can't. Leipzig, great team in Germany. I think they lost once in 26 or something like that. They got slapped for 7 off Man City yesterday. 7. So we're going at half-time. Everyone's doing the job. Johnny Stones, right back going into midfield. Class. Yeah? Ruben Diaz, been unreal coming back in that back line. Sorted us right out. Nathan Ake, unsung hero. When we signed Nathan Ake, people were saying, oh, why have you signed Nathan Ake? He's getting relegated with Bournemouth, 40 million and all that. I tell you what, Nathan Ake is solid. And this season, other than Erling Haaland, Nathan Ake has been the man. Every time Nathan Ake is called upon, he does a job. Every time Nathan Ake has to fill in at left back, centre back, wherever he plays, he does a job. And Nathan Ake is a nice human being. And everything about him, you know, in this football club, doesn't give anyone any ounce of trouble. Gets his job done. He's had to sit on the bench, Nathan, a long time. And he probably was contemplating his future and thinking, have I signed for the right club? Am I ever going to get a game? Well, it just proves you that if you knuckle down and you get stuck in and you know your ability, you'll get game time. And Nathan Ake, at the minute, is playing absolutely brilliant and he's getting better and better every game. Rodri again in the midfield. Yeah, he made a little mistake, but he's pivotal to what we do. He's pivotal to what we do. He was doing well in there. But the one man I've got to mention, Kevin DeBruyne. Some people were doubting him. Some people were saying he was an old man. Himself said he was an old man. But yesterday he just glided round that pitch. He glided round that pitch like he was made for him. Champions League night under the lights, Kevin De Bruyne turns up, knocking it about, unbelievable. Space, pace, passing, power, down the flanks, overlapping Bernardo, whipping them crosses in. We're just a different animal with Kev when he's like that. He's ticking along. Unbelievable. And so we're going at 3-0. Come out the second half. Gundogan makes it 4. Haaland 5. Haaland again 6. Kevin De Bruyne at the end. Absolute sublime finish. Makes it 7. Haaland's got 5 goals in the Champions League. Pep takes him off after 60 minutes. He's fuming, Haaland. He's fuming. I'd be fuming. If I got 5 goals, I want to stay on that pitch, me. I'm staying on that pitch until you're dragging me off it. Kicking and screaming. But he's our main man. We've got a long season coming. We need him. We don't want to risk him, getting injured late in the game because we've kept him on. Give the other boys a chance. Gomez, Riyad, Alvarez, Calvin Phillips, all come onto the pitch, all did the job, got minutes under the belt. It's good that we did that. Thought Calvin did okay when he came on. Kept it nice, kept it simple, ticked it over in the midfield, nothing stupid, just, did what he needs to do. And that's what we need Calvin to do. We need him to come on late in the games and give Rodri a break and just see the game out. Gomez, he's had his critics, did okay when he came on. Alvarez, due to sign his new contract today, keeps him at the club until 2028. He had a run out, you know what I mean? He had a run out. So, yeah, it was a good night at the office. It was really, really great to see. Few City fans were nervous before the game, didn't know which way it was going to go, but, we put them to the sword. They couldn't live with us. If we play like that for the rest of the season, where's it going to take us? We just don't know. This Champions League, I've said it from the beginning of the season, it feels a little bit different this season. I don't know what it is. It just feels a little bit different. I don't feel as much pressure. I think the season before and the season before that, I think the pressure was on us. But this season doesn't seem to... I know people are making us favourites, but I don't feel that pressure. I'm just enjoying it. And I'm looking forward to the draw on Friday to see who we get. I mean, I don't know who you guys fancy. I want Real Madrid. I know that sounds mad, but I want Real Madrid. I want revenge. I'm not over that in the Bernabeu last season. I'm not over it. I'm ready to... I just want to... Let's get it on again. Let's get them on. We've got to play them at some point. Let's get it on. I think a few people want the Milan clubs, maybe. Benfica is a good draw for an away day. Napoli, it's not the best place in the world. Beautiful stadium, great hostile crowd, real football people. I've been before, but it is mad. It is mad. You can't go over there and relax and think you're on a really class away day because you've got to have your wits about you. So there's plenty of twists and turns to come. Definitely excited for the draw on Friday. I think I'm going to be live on the Man City TV on their media wall when the draw's on, so you might get a bit of a reaction from me as it happens. But my next point is the fans. Pep asked for the fans to turn up. The South Stand yesterday, bouncing, 1894 group, couple of little displays going on. But no, on these Champions League nights, you do get a lot of day trippers coming, and they are in the South Stand. They're not the regulars. People aren't on the cup schemes. People can't afford it, whatever your reasons. You do see a lot of day tripping fans come in there. But yesterday, the South Stand was bouncing. You know what I mean? The new song, the Fleetwood Mac one, "We'll Follow You Everywhere." That was going for about 10 minutes non-stop. And then it's been a good night when the Poznan breaks out, yeah? The South Stand and the corner broke out in the Poznan. The family stand was Poznanin. The Tunnel Club was Poznanin. Pep was Poznanin. Moonchester and Moonbeam was Poznanin. And Pete the Badge was Poznanin. So then you know it's a great day and a great night at the Etihad for Manchester City when everyone's doing the Poznan. If you've gone home after doing a Poznan, you know you've had a good day and a good night. So the South Stand did its job yesterday. You know, fair play. All the young lads that I met yesterday in the boozer, keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting behind the boys. It's brilliant to see. And listen, something's happening. It's happening to me. That's all you can say. We're on a journey and it's only just beginning. We feel like something's getting going now. You know, this is the business end of the season, like I speak about all the time. Forget what happens in fucking January and December. It's what happens now. We're coming to them last 10 games in the league. We've got Burnley in the FA Cup at weekend. Vincent Kompany, El Capitano is coming back. You know, we've got to get the job done there. And like you say, we got the job done in the Champions League. So at the minute, it's looking okay for City. We're on a bit of a mini run. We're picking up these results. We're keeping clean sheets. And we just got to keep moving forward. We've got to keep moving forward. But I've got to give the final word to Erling Haaland. I mean, what an absolute fantastic season he's had in a Manchester City shirt. You can see what it means to him when he scores. He's got that connection with the fans. He always comes over at the end, you know, appreciates the South Stand, which is really, really good. A lot of continental teams do that. He's done that in Germany. He'd always go over to the yellow wall and appreciate it. You know, in England, the culture's different. You know, 5-10 minutes to go, people are getting off, thinking about getting home and that. But yesterday, a lot stayed in the South Stand. Haaland came round, showed his appreciation. It's much appreciated. But as you can see in the last few games, he's getting better. He is linking up play. He's getting involved. He's looking a lot sharper. He's making the runs. Even last night, I think it was his fourth. His fourth. I think he jumped so high for that header, powered the header in, and then put away the loose ball. He's just had a fantastic season. Better than what we all could have imagined, really. You know, we knew he was good, but we didn't know he was this good. He's the best number 9 in world football at the minute. There's no one like him. And the scary thing is, he's 22 years old. He's only going to get better. He's only going to get better. And he's ours. He's ours. He's a Manchester City fan. He's a Manchester City lad. He loves this club and he loves that badge. And he's ours. And it's a joy to watch. I go to the game excited and watching Big Earl. That's how, you know, how it is. Never felt like that for a while when Aguero left. You know, Sergio had that spark. Sergio had that moment where you're just waiting to see what Sergio does. And you can see that now. When Haaland's on the ball or City break, you're watching him, see where he's running, see what he's doing. And we're finding him finally. So listen, Blues, that's been my Leipzig match reaction. I'm over the moon with it. We've got the draw on Friday, which you can see me on the Manchester City channel. My reaction to the draw. And then we got another big game Saturday. I think it's 5:45 kickoff. It's on terrestrial TV. Burnley, top of the Championship. Manchester City, second in the Premier League. Vincent Kompany, ex-Manchester City legend and captain, statue outside the stadium. There's a whole lot of different fairy tale stories around this game at weekend. You know, could it be a giant killing? Could Vincent Kompany come back and beat Manchester City and send Burnley through? Or could Manchester City give Vincent a bit of a humbling in his managerial journey? I don't know. But I'm looking forward to seeing the captain. I'm looking forward to welcoming him back and his family and his missus, who I speak to quite a lot, who's really nice, been really, really good to me. And I'm looking forward to the FA Cup. So I'll see everybody there. Please like, subscribe and share this video. I am trying to be more consistent. I know people always ask me to do it. I have been a lot more consistent. I am trying to get more content out for you guys. Manchester City 7, RB Leipzig 0. We're through to the next round. Leipzig go back to Germany, lick the wounds, and let's hope for a really good draw on Friday. Up the Blues. Have a great day. Come on, City.